trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Most resolutions for the new year fail before January is even over. Why not resolve to just be a little bit cleaner in 2026? Nebraska Auto Detail is here for you. Now through March 30th, if you purchase a ceramic coating, you'll get a free interior detail. There's no better way to start your year than taking care of your car and decluttering the mess that it becomes so easily. Book your detail today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call Joe and the team at 402-601-5086.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on Sundays on the ones and twos is Harrison. How you doing this morning, Harrison?
Doing fantastic. I started off there a little bit there, but I am enjoying every ounce of this weather. It is beautiful outside. It's been beautiful just about every day of the week.
You know, I look at it, you said like it's short weather and everything else, and then I look at other people across the country when they come in and they think we're absolutely crazy for being out here. You see like short sleeves and jeans and everything else. It's normal. You're looking across the street, seeing people check out of the hotel. They're coming in the mill. And then you bring people from down south and they're like, dude, I'm not coming up there until like May.
Well, I saw people around my apartment complex, and it's like everyone's got the grills out, shorts to your point.
Yeah.
Pulling up the lawn chairs by the grill, just hanging out. And if you didn't know any better, it looks like summer out here.
No, you got to enjoy it. You got to love it because you never know when things are going to shift. But great, time to get outside, spend some time with some individuals. Definitely, I know for Lincoln Public Schools has got Monday and Tuesday off. So you got President's Day on Monday. So a lot of individuals will have that time off, a little bit of an extended weekend. And so please enjoy, be careful. As you talked about, the grills are getting kind of brought back out, getting lit, charged up again. So maybe check all the connections. If you're like me, I used to leave those connections, they say kind of after the year is over, kind of dismantle things and recheck the sealants. But please do that in all seriousness, and just enjoy the time with one another. But you got that weekend, sports weekend as well. So a couple different things. You had the Huskers get a win yesterday against Northwestern. And so, a little bit of I don't want to say shaky start, because I think, as you listen to the ticket and the expectations have just definitely gone up, and they've gone up in a hurry. And so I think a win is a win. It's a Big Ten. You're in conference season. You're towards the end of the year. I'm an Arizona fan, and so they got knocked off by Texas Tech, and people are like, okay, the sky's falling. But the fact of the matter is, you start getting into that 20th, 25th game of the year, it's not a grind, but it's really truly, you're avoiding injuries, you're looking at sickness, sometimes that complacency. A team isn't what you saw maybe at the beginning of the year. So congratulations to the Huskers. I know the women will be playing, looking to kind of get on track and get a top 10 win. You had wrestling. You're starting to have baseball and softball kick off, and so that kind of overlap as well for not just the Huskers, but also area teams like the small colleges and NAIA Division II, which is cool. And then you got All-Star Weekend for the NBA, and that is something that I will have to say I have not been as tuned into as I was before. We got Addison here, so we'll have to ask her a little bit about that. I will be honest, I've watched more of the Unrivaled 1v1 competitions on the women's side than I actually have of All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All-Star Weekend has just lost a lot of its glitz and glamour. With at least on the women's, that's a lot more entertaining. And Pete, I don't know if people would ever buy this, but I do think if you just go in there with the black versus white all NBA teams,
okay, I
think it'd be a riot. You see it more and more, and when you hear the NBA guys talk about it, they all laugh. They think it's fun. They'd want to do it. I think we're all grown up enough to have fun with that and not have a big deal. What are your thoughts? Because I hear that get brought up more and more seriously.
Yeah, I saw a couple things brought up about it. I think the one challenge that I don't want to say challenge. The one thing that I would have is you've got an increased population of multiracial individuals. And so
we're banking on Con Kneppel to keep getting
yeah. So as you start looking at some of those kind of components, for me, it's just, where I just want it back. I just want the competition. I just want the opportunity. I don't know, how I kind of would lay on that. I mean, I've heard the conversation and I'm kind of like, man, just the East versus West. Like I'm just that old school. East versus West. Let's get
competitive, and I don't know where you find that. Maybe, that's too far of a reach for an answer, but I'm just desperate to get some competition in there. Cause the last time it really was after Kobe Bryant, all those families, I don't want to just leave it to those two. And then that next one, you saw the passion and competitiveness, but I'm desperate to just see I want to see the best go at it. And we just been so long without it.
I think the tough part is just injury and the contract situation. I think sometimes they start looking at that as it was great, but is that worth my generational money? And again, I don't want to say you play for the love of the game, but let's be real. Like, you blow your ankle out, you blow your knee out, all of a sudden, you got a Tyrese Halliburton situation or whatever else. Then you got teams saying, you're not going, you're not playing. And that's kind of what's happening where people are just opting out, where I think LeBron's going to be the last, and Steph, where you see individuals like that's an honor. Yeah. Because that used to be the check was important.
Well, the check was with the NFL that we talked about. Like now,
flag football,
it's $1 million investments. So you're not willing to put that same risk out there. And then the conversation is, do you just scrap it? Which is the more unfortunate one. But if you can't figure out a way to get that competitive, and that's why you're hearing outlandish ideas start to get more traction, right? Because I'm part of that group. I'm desperate. I want to see something.
Well, and I think the other part, I would still go. So if anybody out there has got free tickets, Addison and I are willing to go ahead and take that ticket to LA. One of the things I did saw is they had like a shoe cafe, a Nike shoe cafe.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was literally, you go in, it's like a food service, a cafeteria, and there's these shoes from different eras and you can buy them. And it's like ordering them up and they came out. I was like, okay, I'm on my way right away. We've had Xavier Soto on before.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of a sneakerhead. But dunk contest, Keyshawn Johnson from Miami Heat, don't know who he is, won it.
What? You don't know who that is?
I mean, I know who
he's a superstar.
I was like, okay, I had to look it up. 3-point Damian Lillard came back, shot things up. But with that being said, that's on tonight, World versus USA. Do want to give my condolences this week. We resting in power, Florian Joseph, who is a longtime community member, works at the Malone Center, National Council of Negro Women, was laid to rest on Friday. And so I know we've had a lot of just, Jay Jackson and some other individuals close within the community. So Jeff, definitely want to let our thoughts and our prayers are with the family from the 93.7 Ticket community. Just was emotional service, but one had the opportunity to be an honorary pallbearer. And so I just want to send that shout out to her family. Dr. Kirkland, who oftentimes has been talked about. Again, Dr. Kirkland Jr. received recognition from the Malone Center a couple weeks ago. And so congratulations to him. And then with that transition. MBX Lincoln, if you have not checked it out, it's a music center, small little hub, small little component, but have gotten the opportunity to go in there, and they hosted our Belmont Scholars, which we'll have on here in a couple weeks. And Addison's familiar with them, and Addison's seen them energized and energetic, to say the least. Go ahead.
I don't even think I have like words to describe the power like they bring to the stage. Like, they are such powerful individuals. They really just almost every single time they bring tears to my eyes. Like, I am just so shocked of how like they can use their words and they can like express themselves through stories of other people, and like it's just magnificent. Like, I love watching them.
Well, it's to share that they walked in and there's a huge video screen. Harrison, have you been in there?
To the Belmont?
No, to the MBX.
No, I have not.
MBX link. Got to take you in there. There's a huge video screen. It's like the size of this room, and you get up and it's like all digital. And then I'll show you a picture during break. And they got in, their eyes were just like on cloud nine. And so have to thank Philip for that and that opportunity in there. But I brought her in a little bit impromptu, but I got to ask Addison, tell me, so if you're NBA, okay, NBA, WNBA, I mean, I know you're a sports fan. That used to be the thing on Saturday. Harrison's, a little bit younger, but you get up, you would not miss that dunk contest. It didn't matter if it was Valentine's Day, if it was Christmas, if it was New Year's Eve. Like, you're watching Vince Carter, you're going and watching Jordan, Dr. J. Like, you're going to watch that. I had no inkling of doing that. Like, I was going to reschedule everything. For you, did you even know what was going on? And is there any sort of interest whatsoever? And what would make it interesting to you?
I knew it was going on, but I've just never been one to like watch it. I feel like, I don't know, those don't really excite me. Like, I'm just like, they're kind of just like regular dunks. I feel like I see not most of them, but like, I mean, jumping over people obviously is insane, but like just like the windmills and like things like that. Like, I feel like, I mean, I can't really say anything because I can't dunk.
Harrison and I were about to go ahead and get off. Be like, well, wait a minute. It's not just normal. I mean, you do it. All of a sudden, I'm about to say something. There's going to be these calls in. Okay, Mr. Pete, how many dunks did you have in your high school and college career?
Because I know I won't ever be able to do that, but I don't know. It's just like not like exciting for me. I don't really know what would be like. What would make it exciting?
So the women in the Unrivaled are having the 1v1. Yeah, and I saw Paige Becker's lost, and she like stomped out. Like, she was not having it. Like, she was like, I am not staying on here on camera. Would that, like, to me, that would be something. And I guess to get back to Harrison's question, that would be something I would love to watch.
Oh yeah. I think I watched like a few. I know I watched Paige Bueckers and her like 1v1 going on, but like I don't, it's like something of, and maybe I'm biased because I am a woman in sports, but I think like those are like so exhilarating and like very always something going on. Like, I feel like in men's basketball, it's like more kind of to show off and like do all this extra crazy
stuff. You say
stuff.
Guys show off?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez. We need to go to break, Harrison. we'll bring some other people back on here in a little bit. No.
Women can't dunk, so it's like they have to find other things to do. Okay, women can dunk.
Thank you.
Yes, but like it's just not as common as like as men. So I feel like they have to find different ways to like get to the basket and like make the game fun for like the audience.
So we did this and we slid into having Addison on without even introducing who she was.
I do want to get to Jordan P. Let me get both your guys' thoughts on it as well. Because Jordan P, he's a big NBA fan. He listens all the time. Going back to that All-Star weekend, he says he's never missed it. On top of that, if you didn't watch it, well, it's because you also had to have Peacock Premium. So not just Peacock Premium on top of everything else.
Shocker.
And he says East versus West, home court for finals to the winner. And you can do that for men and women's.
They tried that with baseball, though. I mean, didn't they?
They did, and then I think they're back to it now, right? Or
I gotta check. I'm not sure.
But at least you get some motivation in there to where if you're a good team in the East or a good team in the West, and if you're an all-star, you're probably on one of those better teams.
Right.
There's something in it for you to at least play for.
Yeah, I'd throw that out there. I like the 1v1.
Yeah,
I like the East versus West, the 1v1.
Yeah,
and that would be, and then like maybe the finals. Yeah, males versus females. You can, again, I don't think anybody needs any rules because you've seen the shooting. But what I'll tell you is I watched the LSU South Carolina game last night, and that's what took my attention. And if you watch that, I'm just like, whoa. Like, I mean, you start Flau'jae Johnson, and then you're watching the coach and Don Staley, and I can't remember the LSU coach. She's
I know, blonde hair.
Escaping my name, but she got fired up. I mean, as usual. And then just the talent of going up and down and just the excitement of it. So that being said, Addison, we didn't do you justice. Tell us who you are. Tell us your purpose and who's in the space.
Kim Mulkey. Had to say that.
Kim Mulkey. There we go.
I'm Addison Olds. I'm a 12th grade scholar at Lincoln Southeast High School, and my purpose is to encourage others to be themselves.
Love that. And Addison, you've been here before. It's probably been a couple years, and you've transitioned a little bit. I mean, still bringing a wealth of talent, knowledge, insight.
Yes.
But who makes up your crew? Who makes up your family?
Oh, yeah. I have my mom, Katie Olds, and then I have my grandparents, Mary Jo and Skip. And then I also have my beloved sister, Catrice Olds.
Fantastic. And Catrice where is she at right now?
She is playing basketball at Doane University.
Okay, so a Doane Tiger. That's why we couldn't let her into space as a Hastings College grad. I mean, did that, but no, Catrice has been phenomenal and continues to do some great things. I saw some pictures of her in the game the other day. You talked about your purpose, about helping individuals and et cetera. Talk a little bit more about that. How have you lived that over the years?
Yeah, I have a couple jobs, and one of them is working with kids, and I just love like making them feel like they're able to be themselves in like any space that they're in. I promote them to like get out and be kind to one another, like do kind things, whether that's to their family members, their friends, random people at school. I really want to make sure that there's more like love and like empathy in this world. I feel like, especially right now, like we kind of lack some of that. So I think just support, like promoting that and spreading that awareness is really something we need right now.
And so you said you work with young people. You talked about your sister within your family. What's been a moment with young people just in the last week or so that you're like, man, that's something that I wish everybody could see. That was really special, or I don't want to say cute but it's just something that was special.
Like working with young kids.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I think in the past week, I have to remember what I did in this last week. I don't even remember.
See, you do so much. I'll transition real quick, but some of the other things that you're involved in, you're not only, we wrote up you're a scholar athlete.
Yes.
You're involved. We'll talk a little bit about the debutante with the 1895 project.
Yes.
But talk a little bit about that. You've had a busy, you're not sitting back, resting and coasting out until you get to graduate in May of 2026.
Yes. Right now, I'm currently doing basketball for my high school, but I'm also in Science National Honor Society. So I do some of things after school for that. I am a part of the 1895 project. So I actually am not only doing the debutante cotillion, but I'm also going to Portugal this summer through them. So I'm super excited for that. Then just getting ready for college, preparing for things that I need to do, whether that's scholarships or making sure like I have things I need for dorms and things like that.
So where are you going to college? So you have some plans, and you kind of you've been a big smile when that happens. I don't know how mom feels about that, but where are you going to college?
I'm going all the way to University of Maryland Eastern Shore in Princess Anne, Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so what was the decision? Why did you choose why'd you choose there?
Well, I really wanted to go to an HBCU. That was has been my dream since I went on this HBCU.
And so for people who don't know what an HBCU is, I think, sometimes we take for granted that everybody knows, but a historically Black college or university. It's not exclusively for individuals of color, but it's historically was established. So individuals like us could have an opportunity to pursue post-secondary education with that culture and educational opportunity.
Yes. And so I also really wanted to get out of state and like just
it was no safe when she said. Harrison looked, he's like, okay, we got to drop real quick. I really wanted to get out of state. She loves her family, loves her folks,
I love everything about here.
Skip, she's gonna have you help and provide some opportunity. I want you to be able to go home now.
Yes. I just really wanted to experience a place outside of Lincoln, outside of where I've been for my whole life. And then I'm really interested right now in chemistry. I'm going to be majoring in chemistry. So they have a really good chem program and an agriculture program, because I'm kind of deciding, I know I want to pursue a career in toxicology, but I don't really know whether that's going to be through the agricultural area or forensic area, but they have a very good agricultural program. And then they also allowed me in-state tuition because Nebraska doesn't have an HBCU. And the reason that I chose UMES actually is because of the HBCU college night that the 1895 project put on. So I think that was like, I would have never known about UMES if it wasn't for what they held. So that was really amazing experience.
I think it's awesome. Like I said, when we think about the radio station too, is individuals will have young people and other individuals come in and like, they're like, wait a minute. Like, I just thought it was a glass, drove by and there's microphones and I can be in. So having that opportunity to have awareness, access, and opportunities is huge. I'm just curious. I mean, I get it. You're in Nebraska.
Yeah.
But how did you become so interested in agriculture? I mean, garden? Was it like growing something in an incubator in one of the classrooms? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even like mowing my lawn.
Yeah.
My neighbors will tell you that. So my wife and I are having the conversation of, do we hire the neighbor kid to go ahead and mow the lawn? I'm like, no, I'm a grown man. I ain't hiring the neighbor kid. I'll do it. She's like, well, then let's not lose the neighbor kid in it and not let it get that long. But why agriculture?
Well, that's actually the reason why I'm going to toxicology, is because obviously I'm in love with chemistry, but not a lot of people, not a lot of farmers maybe may not know what chemicals they're putting on their plants, or maybe chemicals that are good for the environment, not good for the environment, good for animals to eat or humans that they intake. So I think that really interested me. And so I was like, well, I want people to understand what they're putting on their plants, what's good for the environment, what will help it grow, what will make the environment better. So I also was really interested in that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's, to me, I just I was curious. And then on the other part of just the representation standpoint, my sister's an engineer. So she works at Conoco. It's changed names or whatever else. Don't blame her. It's not the reason your gas prices fluctuate. I don't get any insight. She has no responsibility for that. But in the field that she was going into, didn't see a lot of individuals like her as a biracial female. As a female, tell me, where did you get the link of this is me? This is a part of who I am, and I'm going to be this. Not I can be this, but I'm going to be this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think one of my biggest supporters is my chemistry, AP Chem teacher right now, Miss Peterson. She's the reason that I'm so into chemistry, so into everything that I'm doing right now. She's been such a great supporter, has motivated me to be in struggle, but not to the point where I don't know what I'm doing. Right. And so I think that's really helped me grow my my knowledge on what I want to be. And I really felt like this is something that I can see myself doing in the future.
I love how you talked about Miss Peterson, and shout out to her at Lincoln Southeast High School.
Yes.
But where she said struggle, we talk about sometimes failing forward.
Oh yeah.
But not letting you fail.
Yes.
And I think there's two different components in regards to that. So, you talked a little bit about basketball before we go to break. Talk a little bit about your connection to basketball and the sports. And then on the other side, we'll talk a little bit. I know it hasn't always been the journey that you thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
We were, I think there may have been a time, some aspirations of being on the Pinnacle Bank stage and playing for Coach Amy Williams. But tell us a little bit about your connection with basketball and the season.
Oh, yeah. This season has been I'm just coming back from the season. Obviously, we'll probably talk about it later, but I'm from an ACL injury, my second one actually. So I thought I was super nervous because I didn't think I was going to be able to play to my full potential. And I thought I was going to be timid. I thought I was going to be not able to play as aggressive as I actually have been playing, but I proved myself wrong, and I proved a lot of other people wrong, because I think having a second ACL injury, I didn't even think I was going to come back. I honestly was debating on whether or not I was going to come back or not, but I did, because not only do I love my team, but my coaches have been so supportive. I've had a great support system that has gotten me through both my ACL injuries. So I probably wouldn't be here without them.
Awesome. Well, Addison, we're going to come back with you on the break. We're on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. We'll see you in a minute.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Gentlemen, are you ready for something beyond the ordinary haircut? At Scissors and Scotch Lincoln, they blend your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. Sink into a comfy chair, unwind with a complimentary drink, and let their master barbers handle the rest. It's not just grooming, it's an experience. Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, needing to get cleaned up before family comes to town, or just need a little time to yourself, Scissors and Scotch Lincoln delivers sharp style every time. Book now at Scissors and Scotch in Lincoln, just south of 30th and Yankee Hill Road. Tired of your furnace running overtime this winter? Let Heartland of Nebraska Windows save the day. Upgrade to stunning, energy-saving triple-pane vinyl windows installed by their team of experts. Every window comes with a lifetime warranty on everything, all for a price you can actually afford. Free estimates, flawless replacements, and peace of mind from a family-owned business you can trust. Don't wait. Call Heartland of Nebraska Windows at 402-430-3852 or visit heartlandofnebraskawindows.com today. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? We haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. This is Peter Ferguson on Bigger Than the Score. On the ones and twos, we've got Harrison. Harrison, I know we got a full afternoon of programming. I don't think we have any Husker basketball.
We got Husker wrestling.
But we got wrestling, and we got, I know, baseball and some other
Ridge
things.
Levitt joining me, and then baseball. We don't have post game for it, but the guys will definitely talk about it. I think it's 6:30 versus Grand Canyon, and the men are 2-0, and women's softball 5-4. But I'll tell you what, if you look at the schedules they've had, you'll take 5-4, and they got number 1 Texas Tech for their next opponent. So it's been a really good start for baseball, but I'm still say a great start for the softball team as well. Because again, if you look at those teams, that's a tough round of teams they're playing right now.
Well, I think you're getting prepared for postseason. You know, I think you're doing that. You know, you got a strong Big Ten, conference coming in.
Well, if you want to host a regional too, and I will both talked about it, like you both coaches talked about it. If you want to host a regional, especially for more of the men's side, you got to schedule tough in the non-con. Otherwise, that Big Ten's not going to give you enough. Women's might be a little bit different. It's more competitive on the women's side. Without
question. Well, hey, we have been joined by Addison Olds. Addison has enlightened us on the toxicology and other things during the break. If you could be in, we were talking about water and just different entryways into things. But Addison is a tremendous community leader. She's been involved in a variety of different things. A scholar athlete, is going to be graduating in May of 2026, is going to go off to college to experience just other parts of the community, might come back and bring some of that. But wherever she's at, I think what she's going to do is probably going to have global implications on things. Addison, you talked a little bit before we go into some of the other things you're involved in, talked about your basketball journey a little bit. And I have known you, I want to say, maybe early middle school, maybe late elementary. And Harrison, during COVID, I never got the chance. Addison would step in and play every now and then, but she was, her and her sister and her mom, her family is just absolutely tremendous. They have given more to me than I could ever give to them. And I'm truly appreciative of Katie for allowing me to be a small part of their lives. But during COVID, I was coaching. Probably not very well, as you had most of the scholars that come in here and said, I used to play for Pete. I used to play for Pete. And he's like, do you still play? No. And started enlightening on some things. But we, we're looking for a way to just stay connected and do different things. And so we would do these Tuesday huddles. And I would do virtual things and get coaches or other players to do these Zoom sessions. And there would be 20 or 25 that would come on. And Addison and her sister were religious on coming. They were like, hey, can we join? And they would do drills. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, I remember I didn't personally have a basketball hoop in my driveway, but my neighbors did. So we would set up a chair, put our computer on the chair, and everyone on the screen would watch us play basketball.
Shout out to the neighbors too.
It was one of the most, I look back because it'll come up every now and then, or I'll be looking through things and I'll have these videos. But we had coaches from Northwest Missouri State. I was telling her one of the individuals played professionally in Australia, and now she's working for a professional team as one of the head of PRs.
Oh, geez, Pete, you put together quite a room.
It was, you didn't know. You were just reaching out, and so everybody was looking for they would say yes.
That's awesome.
They would say yes, and where now you'd have to go through an agent and everything else, and it was man, we had these people here. I knew you when you were nobody. Now answer my call. But Addison, you talked about multiple injuries, but I want to talk about two moments that I think were really cool. One, you got the opportunity to play with your sister.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And just say what that's like. Y'all went to state, but just what was, I know you waited for that, and I know she was excited about that.
Yeah. Well, I've always admired my sister. She's always my biggest role model. So being able to play on the same court and be able to call her not only my sister, but my teammate was something really special. And I'm really happy that I got to play with her the year that we went to state, so we can share that moment together. That was so fun, such a great experience. And I'll always I think I bring that up probably once a week, reminisce on beating Pius in the district championship and then going to state and experiencing that. I get so excited talking about it because it's just something that you don't experience a lot.
Right. Well, and it was cool. I was actually out of state, and I was listening, and I was driving, and I was listening to the game, and I was like, when I heard both of y'all on the court at the same time, I was like, I remember we had that conversation. I was like, there's not going to be anything more special than that.
No.
And so I think it's not. Maya Angelou says it's not what you did, it's not what you said, but it's how it made you feel.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one, we talked earlier about the Belmont Project.
Yes.
And you were part of the annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally in March. But after one of our dress rehearsals, our winter rehearsal, they knew that you played basketball, and they had been pestering me, Harrison, to like,
oh my gosh.
They're like, oh, we're going to go see a WNBA game. We got to go see a pro game. We got to go see, because they had been to the Husker game and the suite, and you've experienced that and other things. And so we came to the game, and just what was that like? Because how you made them feel and what they saw, like they to this day talk about that.
Oh my gosh. It just like brings warmth to my heart. Like I remember I was on the court, and we were warming up actually.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see all of them start coming in, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is so cute. And then when I was playing, I heard them all cheering and they're going crazy. It was just, that was such a great experience. And it's such a great group of kids. Like any kid that does the Belmont is just gonna be a great role model. So
well, and what happens, Harrison, is she didn't have to acknowledge them the way she did. She put her hand over her mouth, and everybody was looking. It was during the holiday time, so there wasn't as many fans, and they were just like every time, shoot. I'm sure your coach was like, because I've been there before where I've had my boys be like, man, coach is treating you wrong. We're gonna come to the game.
Sound like Kobe Bryant's last game where every time he touched the ball, I want him to shoot.
It was like, shoot. I was like, there's other parts of the game that she's supposed to be doing. Let's not get her benched now and everything. But it was awesome. Well, one of the things you're involved in too is the 1895 project. And you talked about that. You're going to Portugal to kind of cap off a senior year. Why not go to DC? But we're going to go to Portugal and do a senior trip. But you're also part of the debutante ball.
Yes.
Which was originally held in New Orleans in 1895, which is what it was named after. It was a celebration of African-American achievement, education, community engagement, and upward mobility. This is building on that rich legacy.
Yes.
Talk little bit about why you chose to become involved in that, and then what all goes into that. I mean, it's not something that you just show up to. I think everybody thinks like it's like a Miss America or pageant or whatever else, and there's so many elements that go into this.
Well, at first I never thought I would be doing this actually, because I'm not a very good dancer. Like
we've tried it. I've been working on this for years now.
Yes, and it still has to happen, but it will today. It will soon. But I was like talking about it with my mom, and she thought it would be a great opportunity for me. So I was like, well, you know what? I might as well try it. And if I don't like it, who cares? Like, I'll do it anyways. But I've actually really enjoyed it. The women that put it together are amazing. They have done so much for me so far. They actually, one of them is holding like the all graduation party at the end of the year.
Regina Sullivan.
Yes. And like the girls in there are so nice. They're so welcoming. And I think most of them are actually going on the Portugal trip with me. So it's nice to get to know them. That's how I started. I think we actually have an etiquette training today. So it's like, I don't really know what's going to go into it, but I know it's probably like
Harrison and I didn't get contracted to lead that.
I wonder why.
You can't slurp at the end of your drink. Like, I'm going to get all that Slurpee. Oh, they don't even have Slurpees at this thing. It's like glass and water. Okay.
Yep. But yes. I think it's mostly like, we have an etiquette training, and then we also have our ballroom dance rehearsal later tonight. So really everything. We have financial literacy training. Really, they just want everyone to be prepared for when they go off into the real world, and when they are adults, so they don't have to worry about that. They have so many opportunities. I know we have some seniors there, so I think they're giving us like some money for scholarships and things like that, which is so nice. It's just such a great opportunity, and I'm so glad I got involved in it, because they are giving us so much and providing so much for us that I would have never had if I didn't know anything about this.
Well, I think as I look at things, like it's not just about just the cotillion.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talked earlier about the informational fair, the summer trip to Portugal. There's additional outreach and education and awareness. One of the things is that they talk about their mission is just academic, personal, and extracurricular involvement for, youth in general, but especially BIPOC youth. Talk a little bit just about advice that you have received to become not just involved in these things, because we talk about sometimes having a presence, but there's a difference between having a presence and being present. But talk about, like, why would it be important to engage, like, academically, civically, extracurricular? Because sometimes people are like, that's not for me, that's for other people.
Well, I feel like something that I've always lived by is, like, there's not, like, I won't have my mom by me my entire life. Like, my mom does so much.
She didn't say that. She said she was going with you.
No. Oh,
no.
she's staying right here, right at home. There's a reason I'm going all the way over there.
Easy, Katie. I didn't mean to lead her into that. She was supposed to say Happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much that I'm gonna be in tears when I leave. But go ahead.
But yeah, I feel like just like my mom, like, obviously, yes, she does so much, but I feel like also just you're gonna be out in the real world. Like, there's nobody that's gonna save you. Like, there's not someone that's gonna tell you, oh, you have to do this, oh, you have to go do this. I think being able to recognize that and do that yourself, but also reach out in the community. Like, there's so many people in need. There's so many people looking for just someone to talk to, I feel like is so important. So I think just being able to be comfortable being uncomfortable, I think, is something that I also really live by. Like, I'm not always going to be comfortable in my life. I feel like I've been uncomfortable a lot. But it shaped me to who I am today. So I think being in those situations are not going to, like, hurt you, but they're going to grow you.
You talked about people who've been connected and being comfortable being uncomfortable. I like to say relationships lead, and then your purpose will lift you. When you hear that, how have you applied that to yourself, or how would you apply that statement to other people?
I feel like I've created so many great relationships. I have a great network of people in my life, but I think it's like my purpose of what I bring to the table, and like how I'm going to take that relationship and maybe create a relationship just like that in my life, like with other people, with maybe someone that's younger, maybe my neighbor, things like that. Like, I think your relationships will teach you things that you need to progress in the real world.
And so with your purpose, how has that lifted you in the spaces you talked about, the term being resilient? I don't like the word you're grinding or whatever with your injuries, but also just kind of exploring different opportunities that you said, like, hey, my mom said you're going to do this anyways.
Yeah. I feel like with my purpose, like, obviously encouraging others to be themselves, I feel like I grew up kind of like not doing whatever I want, but like not being afraid to be who I am. I don't know if some of you know, maybe you've seen my mom's Facebook, but I did actually have a mohawk in 3rd grade.
Okay.
So I was okay.
KatieOld.com, she go ahead. She's holding that in case you say, hey, I'm not coming back. I'm going to release these pictures then. You are coming back.
Yeah. So I was okay standing out. Like, I was never like, yes, sometimes it was hard because obviously you're going to have some people that judge you for being you, but at the end of the day, like, you're comfortable in your own body, like, you're comfortable being able to express yourself the way you do. So I think just being able to do that will make you very mature, like, as you go on. And I think that's how I've gotten to be such, like, obviously, like I said, like, the person I am today is I was okay being the odd one out, being like, it's just something that I cherish, really, is like just being out.
Being you.
Being you.
So before we go to break, the question I want to ask you, stations, the foundation, DP, Rebecca, Harrison, everybody here is on love. And so I just want you to share something that you love or something that people shouldn't live without. Something you love or something that people should not have to live without.
I feel like no one should have to live without, like, a support system. I feel like that, like, I know I've talked about that before with like my injuries and everything like that, but it's more than just injuries. It could be with grief. It could be with maybe something good, that maybe a promotion, like having people around you that support you and don't like get jealous of you. Like, I feel like that's kind of, sometimes there's people like that. And I feel like I have the blessing of having a support system to support me no matter what, whether that's good, bad, sad, happy. And so I think that that's really helped me, because then I know I have those people in my corner. I have those people that I can talk to about anything. So I feel like having that support system, finding those people around you that you can trust, that you can go to, will be so important when you grow up.
You know, with that, you know, people talk about haters, and a hater is somebody that sees the potential in you and is trying to prevent you from seeing the potential that you have before you actually realize it. So great points. We'll be back on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Just got new tires put on my car today. You did? I did see you leave the office. I didn't need to. Graham Tire picked up my car this morning and dropped it back off when they were done. You're kidding. How'd you get that kind of service? That's just what they do at Graham Tire.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with a bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at KoppelCars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G165184. 2,500 down with proof credit.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
Hey, Nebraska, this is your moment. Love Nebraska is already making noise on the court, but they're still missing one thing, a nickname. That's where you come in. Love Nebraska is giving fans the chance to submit the team's official nickname. Fans will then vote on the finalists later this season. Head to lovbneb.com/nameyourteam to submit your nickname and get in the game. Submissions end on February 22nd. Name your team, shape the legacy.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of February. Get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. Let's put numbers together and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Just got new tires put on my car today. You did? I didn't see you leave the office. I didn't need to. Graham Tire picked up my car this morning and dropped it back off when they were done.
You're kidding. How'd you get that kind of service?
That's just what they do at Graham Tire.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, joined as always on the ones and twos with Harrison. And in studio, we have Addison Oles, who is a scholar, scholar athlete, entrepreneur. She's going into toxicology. We got kind of, uplifted and informed on all the roles that will play. Is going to be graduating in May of 2026. Congratulations on that. There was never any doubt. But is going to, mom's going to be emotional, but mom, I know, is listening and is excited for, as well as you and the rest of the family to go off to the Washington area. So you have to connect with DP because he's got some ends and knowing things there. Yes. And then you are part of the 1895 project and the cotillion that will be coming up. And so we talked a little bit about that. For more information on 1895, you can go to project1895.org, project1895.org. But you're kind of, I don't want to say coming to a close. You've got the etiquette component and kind of the rehearsal. How can people support you in this journey or learn more about it? Like I said, they can go to project1895.org.
Yeah. So at the actual event at the cotillion, we'll have a nice souvenir book of all the sponsors and people that have helped support us. And you can actually buy an ad book or part of an ad to put in
you said the ad book. It's I just went to the New Edition concert. Can I go ahead and buy the program there or what? Is there going to be gear, attire, outfit?
Yes.
Oh, there it is? There's going to be sweatshirts?
No.
Harrison, you might get hooked up with another sweatshirt.
I'll always say yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, you can. The ads range from $50 to $1,000. So it's really whatever you're comfortable with. You will be put in the souvenir book. So people can see, it's great for exposure if you're looking for exposure. So it's just a really nice opportunity if you want people to see you, want your
Yeah. Whether it be businesses, whether
business
you
to,
just
like, grow.
want to
Yes.
elevate and support positive youth action in the community. So definitely project1895.org. We've already talked, so I'm going to go ahead and get us in there and put support you. Talk a little bit, as we kind of wind down with things. What's a message that you have to your future self?
I feel like live with love and empathy. I think there's always going to be roadblocks. There's always going to be something that comes up in my life, whether that's like for me, my injuries, or just like, I don't know, just like something that happened. I feel like I just need to continue to persevere. I think I have this big, humongous picture that my grandpa actually got me after my second ACL that says perseverance. And I feel like that's just something that I live by. I think a lot of times I get stuck and I'm like debating on whether or not I should keep going.
Right.
But I think like I talked about earlier, like if not now, then when? Like if I can't just give up, like I think it's easier to give up than to get over something like that. So I think just keep going and
keep persevering.
Persevering, yeah.
So as we get ready to close the show, we always ask for a 30-second huddle. So you used to be on Zoom. I used to be the one giving it. So we're going to ask you, just as you're getting ready to walk across the stage. You're going to continue to do great things, have an impact on the Lincoln, the national and global community. Just give a 30-second message to people.
I feel like you can't just wait for things to happen. I think, like I said earlier, you have to start now. Like you have to, if you want, your business isn't going to grow if you don't reach out to people. You're not going to get a job unless you go to an interview. Like you have to take the first step into that journey that you want, and you have to initiate it, because no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to pick you up. No one's going to get you that job. No one's going to get you that promotion. No one's going to get you that opportunity. It starts with you. So I think just knowing that and being able to, like I said earlier, be comfortable being uncomfortable, then you're going to be set.
Awesome. Addison, hey, thank you for all that you do, all that you are. I appreciate, like I said before, your family let me play a small part as you all move forward. Your essence has definitely been felt. So with that being said, we'll see you next week on 92.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.